Love Lesson 5, Understanding Peace. Dearest Prime Minister Harper, back in the 1970s, I felt confused by the USA's fighting stance and sorry for her Viet Nam veterans. Actually, I didn't understand myself enough to trust peace. So I put up barriers left, right, and center and thought having armies was smart. Little did I know that some countries daily feed their troops amphetamines to help them continue performing acts of horror. But when I returned to dear Canada over 30 years ago, I realized the incredible power of love and felt so proud that we were peacekeepers instead of warmongers. I understand our agreement with NATO to maintain defense spending at 2% of GDP. I've talked with a brother of one of our hard-working military whose food and supplies were cut by a third while overseas. How can they perform peacekeeping with screaming stomachs? So I'm concerned to hear you've cut spending to 1% of GDP and you're aiming to lower it to 0.89% over the next few years. Even Pierre Trudeau kept it at 2% in 1971 and 2. It's so much more powerful to love others than to keep holding guns to their heads and worrying about whether they'll snatch them if we're not constantly on guard. You don't deserve to worry about doubling the costs of your security guards again when they're already costing us $19.6 million. We must spend wisely. I was relieved when you decided to scrap that crazy $45 billion fee for all the F-35 military jets that your Southern Belle was wooing you with. Gosh, some of those quotes didn't even include engines, $98 million each. Never mind special tools, simulators, logistic computers, or extra testing and huge fuel costs before they can even take off. Somehow, contributions to peaceful negotiations shouldn't cost us billions. That's not what counselors and negotiators cost. It's just what the military machinery-making corporations want us to spend. Imagine their glee at trumping up a war and then selling armaments to both sides. All they have to do is to whip up enough fear. For example, say that countries with nuclear energy are going to change it to nuclear weaponry. Or claim that without a huge battle between Israel and the Arab states, there can be no second coming of Jesus Christ. So please talk warily to your lover. Don't let her sweet talk you into any murderous purchases. Real daring is the courage to love. It's not, as that flattering home of the brave declares, the courage to fight. So if you find yourself dreaming about fighter jets or worrying about security guards, simply feed and support our peacekeeping troops with a glowing heart. Lovingly, Robin.